Climate change.
Climate change.
Climate change.
Climate change.
Climate change, two words that describe one of the greatest challenges of our lifetime. The rising temperatures, the melting ice cap, the devastating wildfires, the unpredictable weather patterns all indicate one thing: our planet is in crisis. How did we end up like this? What can be done to stop it? And what impact do global agreements like the Paris Agreement of 2015 have in this battle? According to the United Nations, it is the long-term shifts in temperature and weather patterns, with human activities being the main driver. The Earth has been subject to natural variation in climate for centuries, but now human activities are speeding up this process at an alarming pace. Burning fossil fuels, cutting forests, and pollution from industry have increased the levels of greenhouse gases, which trap heat in the atmosphere.
Earth system scientists and climate scientists are getting seriously nervous. The planet is changing faster than we have expected. We are, despite years of raising the alarm, now seeing that the planet is actually in a situation where we underestimated risks. Abrupt changes are occurring in a way that is way beyond the realistic expectations in science. We're seeing bigger and bigger invoices being sent by the Earth system onto societies across the entire world in droughts, floods, heat waves, disease patterns, human-reinforced storms, scientifically attributed to human-caused climate change.
With the Earth temperatures becoming warmer after the pre-industrial period, global warming is emerging as a major topic of discussion under the climate change. Human activities release greenhouse gases into the atmosphere, like carbon dioxide, nitrous oxide, methane, and other greenhouse gases. This traps heat from sunlight, causing Earth temperatures to be warmer, which is the greenhouse effect. With the ocean absorbing 90% of this heat, the aquatic life is exposed to danger, with the risk of extinction of some, while also the ocean is causing melting of ice caps that makes ocean level rise, exposing low-lying areas and coastal cities to flooding and even submerging when the ocean water rises. Sea level rise, extreme weather events, food scarcity, and loss of biodiversity. We are seeing the impacts of climate change, and the window to act is closing. Combating climate change is a global commitment. We must embrace renewable energy, sustainable agriculture, and reduce carbon footprints. Everyone has a part to play: governments, business, and individuals. Climate change can also be mitigated through efforts to invest in clean energy, adopt eco-friendly lifestyles, and enforce public policies and prevent emission. In Africa, extended drought increased the risk of food insecurity. Typhoons gather strength in Asia. All in while, in the Arctic and Greenland, ice is disappearing faster than ever, threatening wildlife. If emissions aren't reduced now, more frequent climate disasters will be paired with more severe disasters in years to come.
We've reached 1.2 degrees Celsius of global mean surface temperature rise, the warmest temperature on Earth over the past 100,000 years. We have just scratched on 1.5 degrees Celsius as an annual mean in 2023. But what worries us most is this: we are starting to see an acceleration of warming over the past 50 years, 0.18 degrees Celsius per decade from 1970 to 2010. But then from 2014 onwards, it abruptly jumps up to 0.26 per decade. And if we follow this path, we will crash through 2 degrees Celsius within 20 years and hit 3 degrees Celsius by the year 2100, a disastrous outcome caused by us humans.
Faced with the urgent need for action, world leaders met in December 2015 and signed the Paris Agreement that became operational in November 2016. This historic agreement seeks to limit global warming to far less than 2 degrees Celsius, doing its best to keep it below 1.5 degrees. Countries made commitments to reduce emissions, improve adaptation strategies, and assist developing countries build climate resilience by cutting back on CO2 emissions and achieving the net zero by the year 2050.
The United States will cease all implementation of the non-binding Paris Accord and the draconian financial and economic burdens the agreement imposes on our country.
But are they keeping these promises? And is the world on the course to meet these goals? In his first term as the US president, Donald Trump withdrew from the Paris Agreement, raising questions of the US commitments to climate action, being one of the biggest polluter. In 2020, Joe Biden came back into office and returned US to the Paris Agreement. Researchers say that stronger action is necessary for a real impact.
The empty promises are the same and the inaction is the same.
Thousands of years of relying too heavily on fossil fuels, destroying forests, and wasting what we consume have left our atmosphere with record high levels of carbon dioxide. If only we don't change our course, that damage could become irreversible.
Europe is currently colder than the Arctic.
More than 1,000 people being rescued just in the early morning hours of Sunday.
Millions of people are likely to suffer worsening food and water shortages.
Drought, which is now in its 10th year, is a phenomena that's here to stay.
We've never seen a year's worth of rain in less than 7 days.
And the future is in our hands. Governments need to tighten climate policies, companies have to adapt sustainability, and individuals, we have to rethink our daily behaviors, how to travel, what to consume, and how to conserve. That leaves no time like the present. Climate change is no longer a distant threat. It's real, and together we can change the course of our future. Reporting for IKTV, my name is Dancun Ong'ango.